channel. I want to thank everyone for liking and subscribing. I'm gonna share with you an amazing recipe that you can make at home that's easy and quick. I'm also tired, so I'm gonna do it really fast. It's like approximately 30 minutes and the food is ready. So this is chicken breasts with rice and some kachumbari on the side. Enjoy. So for the chicken breasts, these are the chicken breasts. This chicken breast was about 200 shillings, so it won't cost you much. We're gonna use some black pepper. We're gonna use danajira. This is like the dania of spices, guys. We're gonna use some Spanish paprika because I like mine spicy. Let's not forget some chicken masala and just a little bit of tandoori masala. The salad seasoning is for the kachumbari, so don't worry. For the rice, we're gonna use butter instead of oil. We're gonna use sea salt and you're gonna use coconut cream. Because we are making coconut rice, I prefer using Kentist, it's my favorite. So for the rice, I'm gonna put 3 cups of rice because I'm gonna use 3 cups of water because I'm gonna use a cup of rice. So it's 3 cups of water. 3 cups of water for a cup of rice. So I'm just gonna cover it up, let the water boil for like a minute, then I add the rice. So when the rice is boiling, I want us to spice up my chicken breasts before we proceed. So I'm gonna start with a little bit of salt. This is sea salt, so you don't have to use a lot. After adding the salt, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of black pepper. I would have used this to mix it up, but I prefer using my own hands, so I've washed them. A little bit of tandoori masala. People, you can use chicken masala if you can't find tandoori, but I prefer using tandoori because it brings out the tingle. Add just a little bit of danajira, just a little. Massage your chicken breast so that the spices really get in to give it that yummy taste. Finally, you see how fast that was, guys? You put Spanish paprika. Okay, I love chili and I like exaggerating my chili, so I'm gonna put a lot of paprika. But if you don't like chili, you can substitute paprika with something else, something you like. I mean, with chicken you can play around with the recipes, yeah? So mine, I'm gonna put the paprika. Or instead of Spanish paprika, you can use cayenne pepper if you have. So the chicken is ready for the next step. The chicken is ready for the next step. So when you're done, this is how it should look. If you like when your spices are in, like so deep, you can cover it up with some cling film and put it in your freezer and grill it in like 1 hour. But if you're hungry like me and you're in a hurry, you can just grill it immediately. It will still be as yummy. So for the rice, the water has boiled. So this is my process of cooking rice. I just put a 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And I don't like using oil for my rice, so I'm just gonna use butter. I feel like butter is better. Okay, because I want my rice to be coconut rice. Before I add the rice, I'm just gonna add some coconut cream. This is Ken Taste coconut cream. After this, you just let it boil for like a minute or less. Yeah, it is now time to add your 1 cup of rice to it. My cup is quite small, so I'm using 1.25 cups of rice. Now I'm gonna cover it up. Do not put the heat at high heat when cooking rice. Just leave it at medium so that the rice cooks well inside. Now let's go back to our breasts. So for the chicken breasts, I put them in the oven for a few minutes. I am going to grease this pan. I'm using butter to grease the pan so that I just put the breasts on it. Butter helps so that the chicken will not stick on the pan when it's baking in the oven. But if you don't have an oven, you can use a pan. You can use a non-stick pan to bake the chicken. You just put it with some little oil and you keep turning it. But if you have an oven, like the one I'm using, you just put it in the oven. It's gonna take approximately at most 25 minutes or 20, depends. But just grease your pan well. And my pan is greased. It might not look like it so much, but it is. Now I'm slowly going to put the breasts on the pan. Preheated my oven for like 8 minutes. I preheated it. I used gas oven, so just put medium heat if you're using the normal gas for the oven. So now it's time for the oven. I'm putting the chicken breasts in the oven. It's oven time for my babies. In 10, 15, at most 20 minutes it will be ready. Okay, so for the kachumbari, I had soaked the onions in water so they don't taste bitter. So here's our tomatoes and some pili pili. You don't have to use pili pili if you don't like a lot of chili, yeah? So I'm just gonna drain and add there. I used 2 tomatoes and 1 onion, yeah? I'm gonna add the chili now. Then I'm gonna mix it up. I'm not using salt on the kachumbari. I like using salad seasoning on mine. You can squeeze a lemon on it so that it doesn't become too bitter. You don't want people to not like your side salad. And actually salad seasoning has a little bit of chili, has a little bit of salt, so when you're using it you don't have to use, you don't have to use salt again. So I'm just gonna mix it up. You're done with this, you can refrigerate your kachumbari until when the food is ready, so that now someone just serves. It's best served when cold for me. So the chicken breasts are ready. Serve them when they are hot. The rice is ready.